Hello, artists! Today we are going to focus on the element of art called form. And I'm going to teach you some tips and tricks that make drawing forms really easy. When we draw forms, we are going to draw 3D shapes. To begin, let's look at Mr. Cube here. A cube looks like a dice or maybe a box, and a cube is a 3D form that has square faces. When drawing shapes, it's always helpful to have the shape as a reference or a model to look at. But if you don't have any 3D shapes, just watch what I'm doing on my paper for some tips and tricks. Okay, to begin, we are going to draw a square. A square is a four-sided shape, and each side is straight and the same length. So try to draw a square, then point your finger on the top right corner, and you're going to make a diagonal line. Kind of looks like the square is dabbing. Then take it right below to the corner and draw another diagonal line. Go to the other top left corner, draw a diagonal line. Now, all we're going to do is simply connect these. So draw a horizontal line and then a vertical line. And there you go, you've drawn a cube. When you're drawing, I always like to think light until it's right. That way, in case I make any mistakes, I can just go back and adjust. And so now, since I like the shape that I've drawn, I'm just going over it to make it a little bit darker. Since we're just learning today, I'm not using a ruler, but if you would like to make your lines extra straight, you could use a ruler to help yourself. But I really just want you to focus on how I'm looking at the lines and drawing those to help create the forms. After drawing your cube, you could go back and decorate it. I'm going to add a little smiley face to mine. You could add some shading to create value. Maybe you want to color it or add some designs. Whatever you would like to do, that is your choice. Okay, artists, let's move on and learn how to draw a rectangular prism. Now, the cool thing about a rectangular prism is that it is just a cube that has been stretched out. You could think of a tissue box. That's in the shape of a rectangular prism. To draw, you're going to start the same way we did for a cube. Draw a square, which is 4 lines that are all the same length. Again, I'm not using a ruler, so I'm going slow, just trying to make my lines as straight as I can. Then you're going to draw 3 dab or diagonal lines like we did before. But this time, your line is going to be stretched out. So it's like your square now has a really long arm and it's dabbing. So stretch. Trying to make all of my 3 diagonal lines nice and long. Next, connect. Draw a horizontal line, and then last one, we're going to draw a vertical line. And there you go, you just drew a rectangular prism. Notice that now that I like the line, I just went back over it just to make it darker. And of course, you could decorate. I'm just gonna add a little smiley face to mine. The next form we're going to draw is a cone. A cone looks like a party hat or maybe an ice cream cone. And the cool thing about a cone is that it can roll when it's on its side like that. That is because there is a circular base. But I'm going to teach you how to draw a cone when it's sitting on the circular base. You're going to start by drawing 2 lines that look like an upside down V. So watch, I'm going to draw a little dot, then a diagonal line, and then a diagonal line the other way. Now that you've drawn your upside down V, all you have to do is draw the bottom. So I'm going to draw a curved line that looks like a little smiley face. This is curved because there is a circle on the bottom of a cone. So when we make it look curved like that, it makes it look a little more realistic and 3-dimensional. You could always add some shading. That makes it look even more three-dimensional and realistic. If you're still practicing with your shading, don't worry. This is just an option for my friends who are ready for that challenge. Next form we are going to draw is a cylinder. A cylinder is fun because it starts with something I like to call a squished circle, which is also known as an oval. You could try drawing like I did, or here's another trick I have. I tried to draw a little rainbow and then a smiley mouth. And there you go. That forms an oval, which is just a stretched out circle. Next, you need to draw two vertical lines that go up and down. And then, since the bottom of the cylinder is a circle, we're going to draw a curved line, like a little smiley face, just like we did for the cone. Another strategy you could use is draw an oval right below your first oval, then connect those ovals by drawing two vertical lines. After, you just have to erase the back part of that bottom oval. And there you go. You just drew a cylinder. Either technique works. Maybe you want to challenge yourself and try both of those strategies. All right, artists, next shape we are going to draw is a sphere. Now, a sphere rolls all over because there are no flat sides or bases. So when we're drawing this, we're just going to start by drawing a circle. We can all draw a circle, but remember, draw light until it's right. Even I need to go back over my circle a few times until I get the shape that I want. This makes you a better artist when you practice. Okay, now looking at this, it's just a circle and it looks flat, it looks 2D. So we need to add some shading. So if my sun is on this side of my shape, that means the opposite side. Yep, there's the sun. The opposite side right there is going to be where the shading is. So shade in a curved motion around this side of the circle. I'm going really slow. I'm trying to make my shading smooth. And it's kind of like I'm making C's, big C's, as I'm shading. You know you are shading correctly if it takes time. You are holding your pencil gently. And when you need more or a darker value, that's when you can scoot your hand down towards the tip of the pencil and apply more pressure. Then you could always add a shadow to make it look even more 3D and realistic. I do this by drawing an oval and then I just shade it in all the way. If you're new to shading, don't worry too much about this. This is just good practice and it's fun to try to experiment and see how adding even a little bit of shading can really take your drawing from a flat circle to something that looks like a 3D sphere. You could even draw a little line in the back there. That's your horizon line. And even that makes your sphere really stand out. Wow, artists, great work. The last shape we're going to learn how to draw is a pyramid. This is a square pyramid because it has triangular faces. And then on the bottom, it is a square. Pyramids are fun to draw because they start just like we did with a cone. You're going to draw an upside down V, so two diagonal lines. Next, you're going to connect those by drawing a horizontal line on the bottom. Then, to make it look 3D, we're going to draw a diagonal line, so it's going up and back, kind of like the shape is dabbing. After drawing the diagonal line, you're going to just draw one diagonal line to connect. And that's it. You drew a pyramid. It's one of my favorite ones to draw just because it's pretty simple. And again, draw light until it's right. When you like the shape that you drew, go back over it, make it darker. It's really going to stand out and look more three-dimensional and realistic. Alrighty, artists, I hope you enjoy experimenting with how to take 2D flat shapes and make them look real in 3D by using the element of art called form. Have fun, take chances, and stay curious.